Right, we should now be live. Hello everybody. Bear with me one moment. I'm just going to adjust a few things here. All done. Lovely. Well, welcome back to Crater Park. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to pop in, because I know Evo is probably still streaming, so I'm just going to give folks a little time and have some dinner while I'm doing so. Do say hello in chat if you are here. Right. Let's have a look. Hello, Natalie. And if you're the only one here, that's fine. You just get all of my attention. Oh, hello, Schumanuel as well, or Schumanuel. Do you pronounce it like Schumacher, or do you pronounce it like school? I'm curious. Everything looks good quality-wise. Right. So, last time I was on stream, I was doing quite a lot of random building work. We constructed out two carnivore enclosures over here, the Carnotaurus enclosure and the Pyroraptor enclosure with the log. And we discovered that the log can only ever allow small things under it, even if you place it higher, which was a bit disappointing, but we got around it in the end. Off stream, I then went and did a bunch of decoration work. So starting over here, we now have a couple of little fountain plazas. I constructed a few gardens over here just to fill up the space. And as you can see, will we make an Albertosaurus? We will, but not today. Today we're going to focus on the lagoons. But I just wanted to point out that I've put in some lining around these enclosures. And I've also corrected this central bit, and we have this nice sort of gazebo-like monorail construction above this quite planted area. I was quite happy with how this all turned out, but I wanted to direct my attention today to this side of the park. So I've decided to make this side a sort of separate park in itself. This is just going to be a lagoon resort. Connected to the main area. Oh, I did some decoration around the entrance too. We have this nice little planted zone. And I stuck in a few more Brachiosaurus statues to match the ones we have over there. I was really happy with how all this came out. I think it looks really cool. With especially this sort of entrance here. I really like that. So, hello Jacob. But yeah, so today we're going to focus entirely on this zone of the park. I've already built a sort of little entrance, as it were. So this mosasaur statue is going to denote the entry point to the Lagoon Resort. And I've already put in the first, where I want the first lagoon area here. This is just going to be for Ichthyosaurus. So I thought I would get started on that.
I wasn't even joking about that.
So, let's see. I think I'm going to change the viewing gallery. The Jurassic Park, I prefer the look of the Jurassic Park viewing galleries above the water level, but underneath the water level, they have horrible metal bars going across the glass, and you can't see anything. So, I think we're going to stick with the Jurassic Park galleries. And I'm going to start with the first one here. Hello, Tarek. No worries. Just found a Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Advance when I was a kid. There was a couple of good Jurassic Park games on it. Okay, and I want the back of the lagoon to be blended with the rest of the forest, but I don't think... I think we'll do the blending ourselves. I want to try and keep some of the shape of the lagoon. So what I'm actually going to do is use rocks to build up the edge. And see how close we can get forest up to the edge. That's quite close, actually. I'm just going to turn DLS on, because ever since they altered the map, it's been ever so slightly annoying. That's better. A stable frame rate. I swear, ever since the day one patch for Jurassic World Evolution 2, it has run a lot worse. It's very frustrating. Anyway, so we're going to build up one side of this with rocks. And then use vegetation on the other side to try to sort of blend the lagoon in. To the environment. Because they do kind of stand out a bit. We're using these large desert rocks because they are the largest rocks we have in game, so they're the easiest ones to do something like this with. See, I don't mind the occasional bit of fencing appearing. That's fine. What we're going to do is put a few... we're going to put down a few smaller rocks. And we're going to manually place them... just underneath the waterline. Just to make it look... a little more textured. There we go. That's fine. Some of these are okay. We could do with another one here. How's everyone's Sunday been anyway? It's a quieter stream today than it was last week, which I don't mind. Makes it a little easier to catch up with the chat. Let's put one more kind of here. There. That's good. Excuse me, I am still eating dinner as well while I'm doing this, so.
Where's the bread bacon?
Right, gardening time, or planting time as it were. So plenty of these palms. Let's stick another one in there. Put a few taller ones in. Just for a little variation. And then have a few bent ones as well. That's looking good. And then behind it, I'm just going to put plenty of these placeable trees. A few other bushy types. The Mediterranean bushy types work well for this. There we go. So we now have quite a sort of blended in area at the back. Now, ichthyosaurs require food, which I'm going to place on that side. And then we're going to disguise that with, I think, a fountain. Yeah. And then we're going to just blend the fountain in to the environment with a few random little plants. Just like that. Maybe a few bushes as well. Where's the bush? Nope, the other one. There we go. That is the better bush.
I mean, I know the way they say
No, we won't bush. We won't bush. We'll leave that as it is. Right. Let's do the path work now. So I kind of want this area, each lagoon, to kind of be its own sort of distinct zone. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, and then down in a straight line.
And Ricky is a very generic human being.
And then we're going to put that across there. Out there. One in the middle. That'll do. And over here we'll just go 1 there, and we'll give that an edge of some description. And then I just want to line the rest of this lagoon. So probably up to there. Yeah. That'll do.
Oh no.
Oops. Hello, Saurian. How are you doing today? Where should we go with this? I'm happy with that. Kind of looks like a bit of a clamshell there, doesn't it? Right. So yeah, this is basically going to be like the Ichthyosaurus zone. And then every other lagoon animal is going to have its own sort of zone.
So you step on his foot and there's a... Oh, well, would it be more of this, though? Surprise!
Ah, perfect. I like that. Zevo's stream only just finished. Ah, well, we might get a bit of a sudden rush of people coming in then. There we go. We'll do some planting in those gaps.
And you look like a ghost of your own self.
Right, and then the entrance. So I kind of want to curve the path around. Because we need somewhere to put our amenities. I think this one we should be able to curve up to there. That's good. Excellent. And where are we going? Where will we connect this up to, like, the clamshell? Thinking one there.
I feel like BB has found out something that she hates more than mind magic now.
One there.
And that is clown magic.
Not very happy with that. Let's get rid. Let's do there.
No, you didn't.
And there.
Wow.
Yeah. And let's make this a little bit thicker. Hello, Neuron. Glad to see you popping in.
What are you guys doing? Clowning around.
Right. And then we're going to use this area here as a sort of entry point into the Ichthyosaurus area. I kind of want the each zone also to have a little bit of a monorail thing going around it, so let's grab the monorail. And let's start here. Maybe not. Can we...
I do have a slight question. Yeah, how long will this be after we get back on the ship?
Up to
Yeah,
there.
I'm not concentrating then. Cool.
Up to there, and then... See, it's not quite got the curve, has it? This section. It's quite difficult to get the monorail curve to match, say, a path curve.
Good spell.
I'm happy with that for now. That one we'll get rid of because we'll put building stuff in there. Yeah, Neron, I'm trying to use the monorails bits more. It's sort of one of the things I noticed Eva uses it so much in her builds. It's one of the things I want to do more of, to be honest. Thinking of having that come down here. And then we can make this middle area the... Do we surround this with a fence? No, I don't want to surround it with the fence, but I will surround it with foliage.
This is the hilarious part of technically.
And naturally foliage doesn't want to plant in there, even though there's plenty of space for it. something like that. And then we have the ichthyosaurs in here. I'm going to need an ichthyosaur production, aren't I? Where can we stick? Let's just create a hatchery. I'm just going to have some chips while I'm doing this. Sorry, everyone. And we need some ichthyosaurs. Now, from what I remember, the ichthyosaurs don't really have very good skins. Thank you, fan of JP. They are indeed good. So I'm just going to pick some random colors. Let's have red. Let's have red and yellow. And let's have... You mean chips or chips? I mean what the British call chips, Saurian. Let's have black and white. Our sweet reptile dolphins. I reckon 6 is more than enough for in there. Hello, Turbo Soul. What sort of environment shall we give them in here? It's not a massive lagoon, so we don't need to come up with anything too substantial. I'm thinking maybe just a couple of destroyed boats. And let's put in a Rex cage and one of the smaller cages. We'll put in a little bit of coral growing around it. Maybe a little bubble vent in here. I have a few more patches of coral. A couple of rocks. And we need some lighting. So let's have one there. Let's have one there. And let's have one here. And then let's see, let's have this lighting as pink. Let's have this one back here as red. And this one will go with green. Darker green. Slightly lighter. There you go. Yeah, just a simple sort of little thing. Just for the center. I don't want to go too heavy. Coral reefs are good, but I think they're better for larger enclosures. I think we have a few others to drop in. We do indeed. There we go. Now we definitely need some more amenities down here. So I'm going to just put in some medium ones along here. And we'll move them all at some point.
11.
I think the shop will make a bit bigger.
Yep.
And potentially
I'm sorry.
have it side on.
This is a spell I'm intimately familiar with because I used it in pretty much every combat.
Yeah. But we'll sort that out in a
As a
minute.
wizard, you do what you can.
I want to try and kind of plan out where all of the lagoons are going to go first. Because we need quite a few. I think we can fit quite a few in here. I think maybe we could place down...
I love the way in character.
maybe a triangular shaped one in the middle here.
It's hilarious.
Sort of... Let's see, there, there, and there. You're dropping a nuke on France. Well, good luck with that, Barber.
Oh, yeah. It's also the funny way I forget is like someone nearly died for these guys.
I am neither for nor against dropping a nuke on France. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we can have paths sort of going off around the edges of that one. And then I think we need to do some lowering of terrain perhaps around here.
That could still disappear at clone.
So this one we'll go with one viewing gallery on either side. And then we'll sink this down quite a bit. Probably that much. French fries are from Belgium. That's surprising, actually. Fun fact, croissants are not from France, they're from Austria. Really? They have a Frenchy sounding name.
Slowly walks forward and raises a sword, slash. Just the most uninterested slash you can get a master right now.
That honestly surprises me, Barger.
Yeah, that makes sense. I said stop.
How low is that? I think we could do with that going a little bit lower.
I hit a clone.
Maybe a couple more.
Despite its condition, so it's going to extend the hand towards Rin and cast Shield Field. Yeah. Oh no. This
What
means
if he didn't finish the croissant?
Wait, this means if Rin dodges, they both dodge.
Croissants are a nice little snack. I do like a occasional croissant. I'm not a massive fan of French cuisine, but they do know how to make a good pastry. Just trying to make sure that this is completely straight. One. And then 2, and then number 3. Oops, wrong one. 3.
Welcome to the back alleys.
There we go. So we also have some sort of like in aquarium viewing as well. How are our ichthyosaurs? Let's have a look. I see tuna. Oh yeah, see, so, you know, one lagoon piece is easily big enough for some ichthyosaurs. I mean, this is quite a big area. Easily big enough. Hello, Caden. What am I doing right now? I'm working on the lagoon area of my park while also trying to eat dinner before it goes cold. So excuse me while I have a bite of this colossal burger of mine.
I'll get that way.
What if Thalassotitan was in JWE2? I've not heard of Thalassotitan.
Has to be 11 or higher.
Is that a new thing? Or am I is it the name for something I've already heard of but know it by a different name perhaps? One, 2, 3. Thank you, Caden. Yeah, this is just a simple way of disguising some of your lagoon edges. I've done sort of similar things in other park builds before. And in fact down here, so, you know, disguising the edge of those horrible fence lines with some of the bushes and stuff. Because no one wants to see loads of fencing when they go to any sort of animal park or zoo. It's one of the things I hate about going to zoos when sort of the fences are just obvious and in your face. Ah, Thalassotitan is a mosasaur from Morocco. I mean, I think if we're talking about aquatic species that we'd want to have in, I can think of quite a few more than I would want rather than another mosasaur. The problem with the mosasaur family is that they're a bit like the hadrosaur family in the fact that a lot of them look pretty much the same. I mean, I would probably rather have Archelon. I think Archelon would be a really good addition to have. I also think Leeds Ichthyes would be good to have. And Henodus, yeah. Henodus would be quite good to have. The Novasaurs, I know people want them because obviously they're from Camp Cretaceous and we haven't got them yet, but I just don't see how Jurassic World Evolution 2 is going to do them well, because to do them well they have to come up with a semi-aquatic habitat for them, and I don't see at this relatively late stage them doing something like that. But we have seen Frontier surprise us before, so perhaps they will surprise us again. I just wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. To take that how it's meant. Right. I think that's okay. I Might do something over here, have some sort of guest area, maybe a plaza or something. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just gonna neaten up that. Yeah, that's good. Evo came up with something. There is a ramp that goes into the lagoon, so the dinosaur can go in and out of the water. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't see why we don't have any decorations that are purposely designed to float on top of the lagoon water, like sort of fake islands and stuff. In which case, we could easily have things like novosaurs. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat while I'm having a bite of my burger.
If you want to pick their brain, do it when they're dead.
Do a lagoon tunnel with logs. I think I'm going to do that for the Liplorodon exhibit, El Cabron. This one will be, I think, elasmosaurs in the middle. Fletcher, how would you feel about a semi-aquatic pack giving us stuff like Caprosuchus, Archelon, and Sarcosuchus that would not only add the ability to cross land exhibits and lagoons? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that they could do with the lagoons. They just need to think about them. Shroomcaster. Oh, okay. I'm just going on what your name is here, Shroomcaster. Basilosaurus would be cool to see. But I'd rather they kind of stuck to... I know everyone wants stuff like mammoths and saber-toothed cats and stuff, but I'd rather they kind of stuck to the Mesozoic era or before, because Prehistoric Kingdom is doing the Cenozoic stuff, so I'd rather this game focused on, you know, the Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, but also Permian and pre-Permian stuff. Like, I'd love to see Dunkleosteus. I think Dunkleosteus, I think, is perfect to be added to the game, because you can give it a sort of quite distinctive look relatively easily, because, you know, we only have the skull, so you can give it quite a distinctive look. It's quite a fan favorite animal as well, so I think a lot of people would buy a pack with Dunkleosteus in it. And it has such a cool name, Dunkleosteus. I have a Dunkleosteus plush. He's called Dunkle. Because I'm not a very imaginative namer. I think the palm tree one works best for here. Sushi. Right, and then let's grab this guy. Actually, let's do all the adjustments first. We won't give this an upstairs, we'll just give it a flat roof. Put the entrance off to the middle. We'll give it the... We'll give it the thatch. We'll get rid of the planters for the moment, just so that I can drag it along. How does that look? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's figure out what to give it decoration-wise. That works. Yeah, happy with that. I'm just going to have another bite of my burger. Sucks that Dunkleo was way smaller than we thought. Well, you have to remember, Caden, that all these paleontology estimations of size and weight, it's all only ever just an estimation. So always take those estimates with a pinch of salt. I mean, I think if it was going to be added to Jurassic World Evolution, I think we wouldn't get the stubby one that they've come up with. I think it's likely that we'd probably get a full bore large Dunkleosteus, because they just know that's what people would want to see. And at the end of the day, Frontier would be all about maximizing the amount of people who would be buying it. So let's grab that and drag it. Drag it to here. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the same level.
That makes it look like it's all part of the same structure. And now I'm just going to connect it up. I'm going to give it a bit of a... There we go. Get rid of that. There we are. Lovely. And then over here, I think what we can do is give this a bit of another pathway up to it. And then we can line that with things. Why are there hearts in the bottom of my thing? I'm not. Is this something I don't know? Like hearts popping up in the chat there. You're tired of all the feathers, Caden. That surprises me. What do you mean? What do you mean by you're tired of all the feathers? You think too many animals have them, or what? What's... Explain yourself.
I still have mine.
I mean, I do kind of understand what Caden means. Yeah, so I was actually talking about this last week with folks about whether this game in particular should keep having feathered animals or whether they should keep having, you know, fewer feathered animals, because, you know, this is a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World style game, and I kind of agree with Caden that if they put too many feathered species in here, it's just going to look... It's going to be weird seeing the non-feathered animals next to all the feathered ones constantly. Like the raptors, like, we know they should be feathered, And we have feathered raptors now, so it just makes the velociraptors and Deinonychus and Atrociraptor and everything else look a bit weird. Right. I think in here we could do... You know, I am almost tempted. It's quite a big enclosure. Let's do a little bit of experimentation. Let's grab some big rocks. Oh, where's the middle of the lagoon is about here. Right. What we're gonna do is try to create a raised viewing dome in the middle of this lagoon. Now, so the dome is going to sit on top of these rocks. I'm going to put in a couple more rocks because I think we need them. Yeah, now this one kind of... Oh. Actually, let's get rid of that one. We want a couple of them. Sorry about that. That was Dane coughing up a lung. Do you mind? Yeah, we kind of need a flat top for this. At least as much as we can. Hello, nerd guy. Hope work is going okay. Okay, you know what? I think it might be better to actually put the lagoon, the dome in there. So where is the dome? Where is the dome? There's the dome. Right. Ah. Doing this is going to be a bit of a game of... Ah. We were too low. And I have just lost where the dome is. There it is. It was... Where was that? Where was the dome? I saw it. See, this is what happens. Alright, let's try... There? Ah, that's better. That's better. And now all we need to do is give it something to stand on, like a leg. I found that these work quite well for that.
So maybe.
Where did that one just go? As much as Kyodenics tools are useful, sometimes they can be a little frustrating. Especially when they do stuff like that and disappear from you. So I think we'll stick to using the rocks. I think you need a flat base, something like containers or something. Yeah, see, that is a problem. By the way, I am keeping an eye on chat. I just want to try and get this made first. See, that's okay. That one. Let's see if we can place. Whoops.
At any stage, do they make really bad
Let's
patterns?
place that one
They have a habit of squeaking.
there.
They're reading textures with their hands for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Let's place this one there. And then this one there. You know, we are slowly getting there. It's just about building up layers just to disguise it. Let's see, where can this one go? Yeah, that one works there. Yeah, I mean that's not too bad so far.
So it's just gonna turn around like those people also turned into other people, and is it really that surprising?
Can we stick another
I don't
one
know. We have something
there?
in the basement that turns into ash, I think.
And like one more.
So from the outside, Zoe looks very confused.
There.
It's attacking the audience is what the fuck?
Yeah, see, that's not bad. We just need a few. We just need some smaller ones just to cover up those gaps. Ah, God. It's actually very difficult to see half the time. Like, there needs to be, like, one in there. I don't mind a few gaps, but as long as, like, a majority is
Don't worry, the holy magic doesn't have any side effects like that.
is filled up.
Ren? Question. You don't seem to be very happy about them, just kind of changing shape out of
One in there.
Looked like they were disguising who they were, kind of used us.
And one in there. And one there.
Seem pretty stressed.
You know, that's... I'm happy with that as is. I'm satisfied with that. It's not 100%, but yeah, we got the gist. We got the gist.
Just
And then what we can do just to we'll put in a few bits of decoration around the edges just to make it look a little nicer. can we... I mean, the obvious problem is going to be those... the plants and stuff. We could try and cover them up. Do we have a plant that looks relatively aquatic? You know, this guy looks relatively aquatic.
Organic can be a religion if you try hard enough.
But difficult, way too difficult to put in. I'm happy with leaving those random plants there. They can just be like, you know, they don't look too... Ooh, blimey. They don't look too, iffy. We could do with some lighting, I think, on this. Where's the floodlights? Ugh. There. Ah! What happened there? No, that needs to be... Why are you doing that? I really hate the, the new sort of going into the water, going out of water thing. That's still not in the center. There. That's more centrally placed. I just wanted to... Yeah, I think the tower could do with being... Ah! Stop going into the water. I'm just zooming closer, that's all.
I've had other things to do, actually.
Yeah, that's better. Right. And the camera is such a pain in the arse in the lagoon, I agree. Right. Elasmosaurs. Now, the Elasmosaurus has a couple of really good skins.
Scary enough, there was a point in the camera. I was like, I wonder if these things get properly still undead thing. I might as well. I want to see.
I think that one with that one looks really good. And
So I'll always get the false positive.
I think kind of like a cyan with let's do like a white with black stripes. Right. Elasmos in the park. Right, they need some food, obviously. So 1 and 2. And then we need to think about where the access for that tunnel is going to go. So going to give it the Jurassic Park entrance, just because I want a bit of variation. I suppose it really ought to be in the center here. I'm actually going to get rid of this one here. And I'm going to put it in the middle. So, roughly there. There's the tunnel. And then this we will give a nice backing to. Like we did over on the other side. Let's see. 4, 5. Whoops. Whoops. God damn it. The fence tool in this game is so badly behaved at times. Right. Subnautica. I need to play that again. They recently did a big patch where they added a bunch of stuff from Subnautica Below Zero into the first game. So I was thinking at some point doing a full story playthrough on the first game on the channel. I don't know if people would be interested in that. This was not the pattern I was thinking of. Still a nice one, but that was not the pattern I was assuming that was going to be. Shall we have a look at the... You know, I think that works quite well. I think we might be able to get a couple more elasmos in here, you know. Fletcher, you sounded so much like a teacher who's done with these damn fences. Yes. Very much so sometimes. Let's try that combination. Don't drop the elasmo in the Carnotaurus exhibit. Earlier on, I was trying to take a screenshot for the thumbnail, and I got a screenshot of the Carnotaurus. And the way that it was like bent down into this bushes, and the fact that it was like halfway through blinking, it just looked like the Carnotaurus had found something exotic to sniff, shall we say, and was getting slightly stoned. It was quite a good screenshot. I shall I shall put it on our Twitter after stream. By the way, if you haven't already joined the Triclaw Twitter, there is a little thing on the bottom telling you what our Twitter is. I occasionally post good screenshots and stuff there, and follow Nigel Marvin as well, so... I would join your Twitter, but you know it's Twitter. Yeah. I understand. They're quite nice. I think that is perfect screenshot material there. Even the look how happy he looks. He looks so happy about the viewing dome. That's quite a good shot as well. I do this from time to time. You know, it's the best time to get the screenshots. You have to take them when you see them. Can we take some from in here? Let's see if we can get a good view. That one's pretty good. Maybe this one. I think we need them to be a little bit closer though. Let's keep an eye on them. Ooh, blimey. Oh, he is very close. Ah, thank you. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Girl with... Look, ladies, they're right there. They're not even looking out of the windows, are they? I mean, come on. It's right there. How blind can you be?
-10 diopters. Be that blind?
It is a good shot, though. I agree. This is why we need this sort of thing that's actually placeable under the lagoons. So that everyone can make stuff like this. Because this sort of thing is really cool. And the lagoons are very boring in the base game. Right. Dinner is finally finished, so no more eating breaks. Just building. Can we name the... We'll name all of the elasmos. So we'll get the last two in here, and then we'll name them all. I don't generally name animals, but for special ones we will. Right, this is going to be a plaza. Down here. And there's going to be one here. And there'll be one here. These will be vegetation. Put vegetation in there. And then here... I'm thinking we'll make this a plaza too. We'll disguise that edge with some bushes.
Though is kind of supporting himself against the end of the ship because he still looks absolutely no better.
And then if we grab the bush, big bush, yeah.
Can't see how many times that hurt. I'm not sure how my legs are right now.
Nice. And disguised.
I just need to lay down.
Right.
Zoe is actually like.
For that path, you can do some weird art and make it look cool. I don't do lots of path art stuff. I might do something for this gap over here.
Yeah.
Or down more this, because there's quite a big gap here, so I might do something big in the middle here, where we're going to have the Liplorodon, Chronosaurus, and Attenborosaurus. Right, I think that's all the Elasmosaurus in now. So, let's have some name suggestions, folks. Bench. How is Bench a good name, Jacob? Come on, some serious name suggestions. I'm not going to be calling my animals anything. Cow. Cow! Thunder. Thunder I like. We'll call one Thunder. Nessie. I like Ben. We'll call one Ben. We got Nessie. Nessie. Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Toothless. Toothless, I like. And Gungle Shrek. Shrek? That's a bit rude. Yes, Shrek. Alright, we'll call the last one Shrek. There we go. Also, like these tuna fish, I think these tuna have an optimistic opinion of themselves. Frontier. You never quite get everything completely correct, do you? Just a mass of floating... Look at all the floating fish. I mean, honestly. Oh dear. Floating tuna. At least the tuna in this establishment have stayed where they are.
I know, but...
Memories of Evrima. Yeah. Indeed. Right. Let's do a little bit of decoration work here.
Just notice Ren like glancing over at Evie. Yeah, maybe I should lay down there. You know, on a bed this time, not the deck.
Where's the fountain? Yeah, the fountain would look good there.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. I mean, yeah, it's been tough.
Oops. Yeah, something like
So it does not know how to just process
that.
You know what? I'll just use that sort of stuff. I'll see if later maybe that just forces himself to kind of like shuffle off.
Ah, it's not straight. That's gonna annoy me.
Sorry. No. You didn't. You're fine. It was me.
Okay. That's too tall. That's good. And then, where's the other fountain? That one is not quite long enough. That one works. Excellent. Right. Somewhere in here should be an Elasmosaurus statue. The neck is a bit wonky with this one, but I don't mind that. Although I do mind the fact that it's not quite in the middle. That there? Yep. And then that there. Right. Rocks. You know, some fountains that function as touch ponds would be cool, right? We can imagine them having horse crabs or trilobites or the tally monster. Yeah, I definitely think something that the game needs to get better at is how it handles small animals. It's why I don't have like compies or any of those small dinosaur species in the park. Because you just can't see them half the time. And it doesn't really make sense that you'd have stuff in the park that you can't actually see. I would much rather they had come up with some sort of like small animal enclosure that they have on things like Planet Zoo that's deliberately designed for tiny animals so that we can actually see this stuff better. And so could the guests, but alas, we don't. You mean scavengers? Well, I don't, because not every small dinosaur is inherently a scavenger. I just mean small animals, you know. There are plenty of small animals, Anomalocaris, for example, which are not huge, but were predators, so... Not every tiny animal is a scavenger. I just wish that Jurassic World Evolution 2 had a better way of, you know, displaying them. I'm actually going to put down some coral here.
I took it because I'm a creation wizard and there's only 2 spells.
And then what you can do is if you put down...
Yeah. Especially considering one of our creation groups
a couple of lights
Dispel magic and spell.
and change the color of the lights to blue. It kind of looks like one of those holographic displays that we see in the film.
I know I heard that.
Ah.
Sure,
I think this one could do with being moved slightly.
I'm not going to do that to myself.
Let's see how that looks.
Yep. You can cast it as long as it's a spell but not prepared. It takes you 10 minutes plus the
Heh.
casting time.
That's okay. I don't mind.
10 minutes?
Yeah, so now it looks a bit like one of those holographic displays. Okay, Jacob, thank you for joining in. I think the main thing this game needs is more customizable lagoons and walking pterosaurs. I definitely agree with the walking pterosaurs bit. It annoys me that they don't walk around more.
But yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, she could just have it there. It's like, I'd rather not fight, but I'd rather everyone be able to talk to each other.
I was really happy that they added Sinosauropteryx because it was one of the first dinosaurs I ever learned when I was like 8. It's such a shame that it's mostly hidden. It is. It has some cute animations and stuff, but again, because it's so small, you barely see it. It's not even like they need to do very much either. Like, all they need to do is have like a small animal enclosure, like they have for Planet Zoo. That's literally all they need to do. Oh, thank you, Turbo Soul. Well, at least you've proved to us that the super chat thing actually works. Ever since we turned it on, we weren't actually sure if we had done it correctly. So at least you've proven that it works. So thank you.
Just for full disclosure, I am cheating as well. Yes, I can.
Stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. Okay. Whatever. Can't wait for Kai's expanded paths and fences mod to update. From what I was hearing, Kai is not going to be updating that for a while because of various problems with... You know, a lot of the mods are at the moment, again, out of use because of needing updates and stuff, so... I know my path mods still work fine, which is nice. I don't have to update those again. I think a few bushes here and there. That's nice. I like that. Then here, if we just do some of these sorts of pieces. just again to create a nice little entrance. Where are the ones without? No. Let's put in some rocks. Put in a slightly different color of rock for the ones in the back here. Too many people just rely on one color of rock. There we go. And let's just put in a few more random trees. So, a few palms here and there. Let's put another one in there. And another one in there. Have a couple of shorter palms. Sink those into the ground. Create some nice ground coverage. There we go. Excellent. I think maybe a couple of shrubs. Or actually, let's have some. We haven't got any cactus in here. Let's put a few cacti in. There we go. By the way, if anyone wants tips on how to make their planted areas look better, the latest video I did on the channel is all about how to make well-looking gardens and planted areas, so give that a look if you want some tips and tricks on how to make nice looking garden areas like that. It's all about the little details. It is indeed. Right. Let's have another look here. Why can't I switch the view? What's the button for switching view? Oh, Q and E. Yeah, I think that works really well, I think. It would be even more impressive with something like Chronosaurus or Mosasaurus. Oh, look at that. That's a good view. Excellent. They should make a Dino Crisis remake. I agree. I loved Dino Crisis as a kid. And I definitely think it's a game franchise that deserves to come back. I'd rather have a Dino Crisis remake than yet another Call of Duty. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. Very much less.
I can't believe the Call of Duty franchise has gone on for as long as it has, to be honest. How many times can you make the same game over and over again?
Yeah. So the 30th is because that's the only day I have to pack. Because I'm working from the 18th to the 22nd and then the 29th. Then I'm off the 30th and I'm working first, second, and one 3 a.m. in the morning.
Some of these are a bit of an awkward shape, so it's going to make it difficult to create sort of... Oh, actually, I can stick a couple of flags here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. A couple of flags there. Stick a couple more. No. And we'll keep it with one set of flags. Another thing we need is Half-Life and Portal 3. Half-Life 3 is never coming. it's just never going to come, I'm afraid. As much as everyone wants it, it'll never come. Where are the big fountains? And ichthyosaur statue. E. I think we can have a few more dotted around here.
I love what you're saying, that there is like still lots of time before the 30th, and I'm just like, there's so little time left. Yeah. My spell change may have been because of this place. See you next time.
There we go. That works. That rock does not work. Let's try that one. No, we need something softer.
Guys, I made that joke. Yeah. Yeah.
That's better. No. No. Let's just move that one into the center. And then put some lights in here. So there's one, and
It was just more so trying to understand like why bring the tummy into the brick notes, like in the trade notes. Is it because they just kind of
two.
the shit, or is it just kind of everything?
Yeah.
It's everything. Like, okay.
Excellent. There's something satisfying about placing plants. It's so calming until you hit the piece count. Yes. It's one of the reasons why I haven't reinstalled loads of mods at the moment, is because I was having tremendous trouble with getting it to stop complaining about the number of things I was having to load in. And obviously it is nice to be able to build a park to completion, as opposed to having to stop halfway through because it's broken. Right. Let's sink that into the ground. And this one, just to make it a little lower.
I'm just waiting to walk into this arena and someone goes, hold person, and I'm just like, not even realizing to go, come on man.
That one.
And everyone's like,
It's kind of a gap here.
Spell caster was low.
Like this bit, this side over here, I'm happy with, but this side over here, there's a big gap,
Spell caster with no
and
attack is a spell
that
caster.
annoys me. I don't mind there being an occasional gap, but
There's a difference between
not
resisting
one
and
that big.
resisting and being able to work, I guess.
Should put in like a couple of.
Enough to use that identity. This compound jewel.
Couple of random bushes, maybe,
It's more because I have not used
and
I have used blast.
actually that's not too bad.
I am also realizing that in some situations, like with that last time, things have attacked Phoebe, things have attacked Crimson, compared to how things attacked you. I need something to get them off you guys and to on something who's a bit sturdier.
That's better. I'm happy with that. I think maybe what we might do is just have like a.
My crystals. I was like, oh, I don't use heroism.
Where are those? There they are.
Forget heroism. That's not a spell I know.
Just gonna put some Malta walls down.
That's not one spell.
Just to kind of protect that. You wouldn't want people walking all over it. It's okay from the front, I think. But from the sides, you know, that works. What movies are you looking forward to this year? I'm not really much of a movie goer, Saurian. Not anymore, anyway. I've been to. I used to love going to the cinema. So, the first film I ever saw at the cinema was The Lost World. Which is why this franchise kind of has a special place in my heart. You know, and I went and saw The Phantom Menace at the cinema when that came out. Watchmen, which was not particularly a good movie, but, you know, I saw that on premiere day. And what sort of stands out about those particular films I went to see was that I didn't feel like I had been had by the cinema or the company making the movie. I can't say that for pretty much anything I've seen in the last 6 years, 7 years. Every single film that's come out, I've been disappointed by. And films are very expensive to go and see now. Me, Dane, and our housemate Saber, we went to watch Dominion at the cinema on premiere day, and it cost near enough 100 quid. That was the train tickets to get to the cinema, that was the tickets to get in to see the film, and that was also the popcorn and the drinks. So for 3 of us, it was £100. And Dominion was certainly not worth £100. And I just felt like I'd been had. It was such a terrible film. How much is that in US dollars? I I don't know what the current exchange rate is. I think Dane is looking it up for me.
It's whenever Rin was in danger.
Not necessarily.
Rin was happening.
It's probably about $130, something along those lines. For 3 people to go and watch a film.
The current exchange rate is 1.24.
Right, so yeah, it's $125 essentially. And that was a lot of money to fork out on a movie which turned out to be pretty shit. I cannot really put any other opinion onto Dominion apart from the fact that it was pants. I can't understand how people like Swerve went and saw it more than once. Because, God, it was bad. Fletch, would a Jurassic Park novel film be good? I'm not sure. Because the differences between the novel and the film, the original movie, are primarily around some of the characterizations. And I think that when it comes to certain characters, like John Hammond, I think we all kind of have solidified the movie version of Hammond rather than the book, and I don't think people would want to see that changed. While, I mean, I certainly think it's something that they could do if they were going to 100% follow the book. But I'm not sure people would want to see it, if you get what I mean. How would we feel about a feature-length Jurassic Park animated movie? No. We don't want anything animated anymore. No. Let's get away from that once and for all. We have had Camp Cretaceous, and now the newest Jurassic Park thing is an animated TV show for kids as well. Stop it. This used to be an intelligent franchise for adults. We need to have that back.
Needle King has a bit of an advantage as well, because up until he was a Needle King, he has the ability to poison one.
We don't need any more rubbish animated TV shows directed at children. We need more live action stuff directed at a more mature audience. Just screw animation. Animation is not for kids. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not sure animation is just for kids. I mean, I personally love How to Train Your Dragon. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. What I'm saying is, we've already had some animated stuff. I think it would be nice for us to have some non-animated stuff that's directed at a more mature audience. Just give us something
I think because it is a bonus action, I think it would be like it's a
mature. That's basically all I'm saying.
You guys deal her it's like shield.
And preferably not animated, because animated stuff always has a slight tinge of being for kids about it, sometimes. An accurate Dilophosaurus that kills Nedry in vivid detail in the books. Imagine that in the movie. Well, they probably couldn't do it in the movie because they would have to make it an 18 rated film. And no Jurassic Park film has been 18 rated. Mostly because they're kind of considered family movies.
Here's the thing. I was going to say, hypnotic pattern would cause compelled to drop, right? Enemies abound wouldn't. Enemies abound one of their allies, it attacks them. Not our ally, not our horse. Doesn't drop an individual.
Okay, I think this is coming along quite nicely. You know, we've got the sort of the basics in here. We haven't. It's going to take probably another good couple of hours for me to. I'm just going to save this. That was a big lag spike. There you go. Yeah, it's probably going to take another good couple of hours off screen for me to put more in. Or even just to finish this bit over here. I'm wondering how to expand. I mean, I've got this little bridge here that goes across to this side of the park. I'm wondering what to do over here. Maybe make this the staff area. Let's just do some planning out. So maybe this could be like staff. So that can be the staff area. What we'll do is we'll just push the foliage up to here. So that'll be foliage. Same over here. I think this zone, this will just be like viewing galleries, and then maybe we can have like an enclosure that runs kind of along this tributary and maybe over to sort of around there. Because I think someone suggested Nasutoceratops, or we could make it the Albertosaurus enclosure. We've got those two or three Albertosaurus to put in somewhere. I hate how in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom there are good guy and bad guy dinosaurs. That's one of my problems with the film. With all of the modern Jurassic World films, actually. Is that they always focus on this good guy, bad guy dinosaur thing. That's not how it works. I think we're going to have a monorail that runs kind of along the edge of this ridge. And it will basically curve around the edge of this headland and link up the two sides of the park. So there'll be a monorail station probably down here somewhere, I should think. So we'll put another train station in here. This can really help, by the way, if you're needing ideas of what to do with your park. Just draw it out. I don't think we'll have a monorail on this side. Well, maybe we could. Maybe we do the same at either headland. That would have some pleasing symmetry to it.
When I'm playing. Yeah.
We can have it go over maybe a couple of the lagoons.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't think that's the issue.
Yeah, and then this would sort of join up here, and we'll have another train station here. In Dominion, the ferry should have been the dinosaur antagonist. I think Dominion, was flawed even from its very earlier setup. There's so much about that movie which I don't like. And it's not just the dinosaurs, it's so much else. That's kind of added to that film. But anyway, that's an entirely different conversation, and it's a video I actually need to do at some point. It's discussing my ideas to improve Dominion. I'm actually like I've got like a kind of a so far about a 1/3 of the way through doing a sort of like how I would have what Dominion would have been if I'd been in charge. I'm just kind of stuck in the middle. And actually, there's a lot of guff in the middle, actually, in the middle of Dominion itself, which I think is pretty rubbish. So it doesn't surprise me that I'm kind of stuck in the middle of Dominion myself. Anyway, I think this is looking pretty decent so far. I think we haven't got that much longer left, so what can we do for a few minutes?
I think the arena operators will not allow that.
Actually, what I'm going to do, we'll sit and have a bit of a chat. I'm going to... Let's watch Taurus. There he is. And let's have a bit of a chat, because in a couple of weeks' time, me and Dane are basically going to be having a bit of a holiday. So we're not going to be around. We have someone coming over from America. So we're going to have a bit of a vacation. So we won't be around, but I'm going to be making some videos to fill in that space when we're not here. So I'd like some ideas of what sort of videos you'd like to see us or see me make in that time. Because I'm going to try and make some videos and schedule them to release while we're away. So let me just get a pen and a piece of paper. Documentary reviews. So the Walking with Dinosaurs documentary review is probably going to be a post vacation thing. Why Jurassic Park 3 is better than all of the world movies. I like that, actually. That's a good one, Burger. That's I like that suggestion. Let me just clear some space and write these down. So why I think Jurassic Park 3 is okay. So why JP3 is better than
Not going to give you an easy way out for you.
Dominion or Fallen Kingdom. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, bad dino documentaries. Well, the problem is getting my hands on the bad dino documentaries to watch, because a lot of them have been blocked in my area on YouTube, like that Dino Fight Club. I can't watch any of that on YouTube. Tips on dinosaur selection, like how to not fill your exhibit with a lot of dinosaurs and stuff. That's a good one, Neron. That's a good possible Jurassic Park architect video. How to select the right dinosaur. of right enclosures. That's a good possibility. Yeah, any suggestions for Jurassic Architect videos, I'm definitely after, because I want to know the sorts of things you guys have trouble with when it comes to park building, and to see if I can give you some assistance. Your favorite dinosaurs and colors in the game.
Yeah, I don't mind you hearing.
My top dinosaurs / top skins. That's a good possibility. Ooh. Oh, that poor goat. that poor goat. Do you still do those dino profiles, you know, like the one on Dimorphodon? I do, Neuron. So, the next Beyond the Park, which is what that series is just going to be looking at mosasaurs, plesiosaurs, and ichthyosaurs and their evolution and stuff. The problem is it's taking quite a bit of time to read all the research and stuff, so that's probably also going to be a post-vacation thing. Losing the computer for what was essentially 2.5 weeks really has set me back on all of the videos I want to make. Least favorite dinosaurs and least favorite skins. Okay, I can do that one. Least favorite dinosaurs and least favorite skins. Also, maybe speculating videos about the game's future. I haven't done one of those in a while. I could do a video about like 5 things I think the game still needs, or something like that. 5 things JWE2 still needs. Maybe a list of your top picks of creatures and features to come to the game. Yeah, I would probably do something like that. Maybe a short video about Leazichthyes, perhaps. I think I do discuss Leazichthyes in my in one of the videos I did a couple of months ago about dinosaur lagoon packs. I think I did. You'll have to go back and have a look. Any more ideas? Don't fight. Oh dear. Paleo discussions, basically talking about prehistoric animals. So Natalie, that's already my Beyond the Park series. So you should give those videos a watch if you want to have a look at something like that. Have you seen the meta list on the forums for JWE2? I haven't, Rex King. I shall write that down to have a look. Meta list. JWE2 forums. I'll have a look at that. Fletcher's drawing class. I'm not that good of a drawer, I'm afraid. Maybe a video about the book, The New Dinosaurs. Well, I haven't got that particular book, so I can't really do a review about books I don't have, Barker. What about Jurassic Architect stuff? So, things you struggle with when you're building your parks. And that would be helpful, Rex King. Yeah, things you struggle with when you're building your parks. What sort of Jurassic Architect stuff would you want to see? We've already got, like, how to select the right sort of combination of dinosaurs. Plazas, says Barger. Bye-bye, Soren. JWE. Plaza design.
I think it is kind of a shame that Kawhi wasn't
Tips on making realistic fences. That one I have actually already done, Neron. Go check out my very first Jurassic Architect video on making better use of paths and fences. backstage stuff. Staff areas. Yeah. So JWA staff areas and backstage. Shroomcast, we're just discussing some ideas of videos you'd like to see me do in the next couple of weeks. Just to get some ideas as we were finishing off the stream. I'll give you a couple of minutes to let me know of anything if you want to quickly add it before I pop off. So I'll give you folks another sort of 5 or so minutes. Maybe like where to put aviaries and lagoons and where not to. I like that. So, aviary / lagoon tips. That's a good possibility. Maybe unique attractions like exhibits for smaller dinosaurs and unique ways to showcase the creatures. That's a good idea, Streamcaster. JWA. Unique attraction / how to exhibit small animals. That's a good possibility. Dinosaur game franchises we need back. Well, the only one really is Dino Crisis. Neuron. That's the only one we need back. Turok, we could probably stay without. Okay, well, I think that's some good suggestions for videos for me to do in the next couple of weeks. I do have my own ideas, so I won't probably do all of these ones, but there's quite a few here that I like. So there will definitely be some of those in videos in the next few weeks. Why a JPOG remaster would be good. That's a possibility. I'll put that one down as well. Anyway, I want to thank you folks for joining for this particular stream. Don't forget to like if you haven't already liked the stream, because it does help with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos, including the Jurassic Architect video I posted up on Friday. And I will see you guys next week. I'm probably going to try and do a stream on Wednesday next week. It won't be Jurassic World, it will probably be something else. But I will be around next week for a stream. So I will see you, hopefully then. Beady Thrower, I like the idea of how to spruce up the attraction buildings, like having a hatchery next to the laptop. Okay, I'll put that one down as well, Beady Thrower. But yeah, I hope everyone has an enjoyable rest of their Sunday, wherever they are. Stay safe, and good night, everyone.